Albania is considered by many as one of Europe's last remaining hidden gems. And as the country is open now, a lot of people are going and exploring it for the first time. Today, we're going to talk about some of the best places in Albania to visit and to live. Hi, I'm Andrew Henderson. This is Nomad Capitalist, where we help 7- and 8-figure entrepreneurs and investors legally go where you're treated best. And I'll never forget, about 5 years ago, I stayed at a hotel in Bulgaria. It was owned by a Greek company, and I came to befriend the general manager. We went out to dinner one night, and among a lot of other interesting things, he said, you know, the one place in Europe that really is still untouched is Albania. We talked about opportunities to open a hotel there in the hotel business. That's a different conversation. But as someone who has spent a good amount of time in the Balkans, who has homes in Belgrade and in Montenegro, Albania has always interested me. If you are a U.S. citizen, you have special privileges to get a residence permit, which doesn't really require the same amount of physical presence that everyone else requires. So U.S. citizens are certainly welcome. And there are a lot of places that you probably haven't heard of with really, really cheap real estate, with beautiful views. And here to help me explain today some of the best places in Albania to go is my colleague Sadife, who has spent a lot of time in Albania and is claiming her Albanian passport.
Hi there, this is Sadife from Nomad Capitalist. Together with Mr. Henderson, we have decided to put together some of the best places to visit in Albania. So I would be including mainly the Riviera side of Albania, the southern Riviera, but I will be mentioning a few other cities as well that might be of interest. The southern Riviera actually offers one of the best sceneries in Albania. You can enjoy great beaches, great food, and you are always welcomed by the really friendly locals. Now, if we start at the beginning of the southern Riviera, or the part that is the most frequented by actually tourists and locals itself, if we start from Vlorë, you will find that Vlorë is a major seaport, and also it is one of the most ancient cities in Albania itself. Now, Vlorë is home to many castles, many churches, many mosques, and it does have a lot of culture, and the food is delicious, of course. One of the castles that I want to mention is the Castle of Canina, which is thought to have been built during the 4th century. Nearby, you also have the town of Canina, which also it was built during the 4th century. From the castle, you can enjoy basically perfect views of the city of Vlorë and the surrounding area as well. Leaving behind the ancient ruins of the old city of Canina, we can also find the castle of Gjon Botari, which is located in Trajas, in the area of Vlorë as well. Another really famous castle is Porto Palermo, which is built between Himar and Cheparo. Again, located in Vlorë. It is a triangular shaped castle, and it is really famous amongst tourists and locals. It does offer really great scenic views from the castle, which you can see an open panoramic view of the sea. There are a number of other castles, churches, and ancient cities in Vlorë that you can visit, which makes the town perfect for those who want to explore Albanian history, but also for those who want to enjoy amazing beaches, crystal clear waters, and also Albanian food. Now, the food in Vlorë is mainly traditional Albanian food, but it does have a little bit of influence of Italian food. In Vlorë, you can enjoy eel and fish in nard. You can enjoy Albanian-style grilled meat in radhim, and also seafood, if that is your preference, in basically all of the restaurants in the coastal premises. One of the typical Albanian dishes that actually comes to mind is Albanian pastry, Albanian-style pastry, and it is called lakror. So it is essentially a pastry with cooked cabbage, but it is absolutely delicious. And if you ever have the chance to try it, I would definitely recommend it. Another reason that actually Vlorë is really famous and it is really important to locals and to us Albanian nationals is because Vlorë was the epicenter of the modern founders of Albania. in the 28th of November in 1912. The Declaration of Independence of Albania was signed in Vlorë. Therefore, it is very, very important for us. Leaving behind the city of Vlorë and some of the villages that are actually a part of Vlorë, the ones that we mentioned, such as Radhim and also Kanin. We also leave behind Orikum, which is also a coastal village as well, and we arrive at my favorite out of them all, my personal favorite, which is the village of Dhërmi. Dhërmi, it has one of the best beaches in Albania. The waters are crystal clear. They have a really great blue color, and you can find a lot of nice restaurants with I would say more of an Italian influence to them. So you can find Italian food, seafood, and I believe that is really enjoyable. Now, for people who actually visit Dhërmi, what I would recommend is taking a boat tour, since you are able with a boat to go to some of the beaches that are only accessible through water or through hiking. And they do offer great sceneries, and it's just untouched beaches, which are just amazing in my opinion. The next city that I want to mention is the city of Sarandë. Now, Sarandë is located in the Ionian Sea, or Deti Jon, as we like to call it. Again, since it is in the southern part of Albania, it is famous for its beaches and the really clear waters and the deep blue color of the waters. An interesting thing that I actually want to mention regarding Sarandë is that it has a really delicious dish cooked there. The dish is called tavdheu, which translates to clay dish, and meaning that it is cooked in a clay dish. The main ingredient is actually beef liver, which gives it a really great authentic taste to the dish. It is mostly enjoyed in the colder months, but you can of course order it during the summertime as well. Now, near Sarandë, we actually have an UNESCO heritage city, the remains of the city of Butrint as well. Near Sarandë, there is also a really beautiful scenery called Syri Kaltërt, or as it is translated in English, it literally means blue eye. It is a very popular touristic attraction because it is a natural phenomenon, and it is surrounded by a lot of greenery and trees. Now, with Sarandë, the best thing about it is that, of course, you can pick and choose from the beaches that are in town, but the most important thing and the most surprising thing is that while you are leaving Sarandë for the city of Butrint, you can actually pick and choose from the many beaches that are near the roads and that there are actually very magical. So again, if you take the road to Butrint, you can find a lot of great beaches along the way. Some of them are Plazhi i Pasqyrave, Plazhi i Pulbardhës, and Plazhi i Manastirit. What I want to mention is before you arrive in the Butrint National Park, close by, there is a small village called Ksamil. And near the village, of course, are 4 islands which consist of the islands of Ksamil. They are called the islands of Ksamil. The most famous ones are the 2 twin islands, which are connected with a strip of land. Now, to be able to go to the islands, of course, you can only go by boat, and there are, although a lot of restaurants there that you can enjoy really great cuisine. I must mention though, Ksamil is actually considered the Bora Bora of the region because of the perfect views. The next city that I want to cover is called Berat. Although not a coastal city, Berat is definitely for the ones who want to explore history. It is called the City of 1,000 Windows, and it has a beautiful view of only white houses and cobblestones. Now, of course, it has a lot of historical monuments, it has a lot of castles, churches, and museums as well. If you take a tour guide in Berat, they will actually tell you about an Albanian legend of 2 giants, Shpirag and Tomar. Those giants are right now, of course, mountains in Berat. They fought and killed each other, and the girl that they fought for and left behind, she drowned in her tears and left behind the river of Osom. Going back to coastal towns, there is a town that I want to quickly mention, the town of Durrës, or the city of Durrës, if I may. Actually, Durrës is not really a personal favorite of Mr. Henderson, but I just want to mention because it might be a great attraction in the next few years as well. The UAE company, the real estate company Emaar, has actually signed an agreement with the Prime Minister of Albania, Edi Rama, and they are planning on expanding the port, and this will be done in the next 4 years, and when done, the port will be twice the size of Porto Montenegro in Tivat. Interestingly enough, Durrës is also the place where the Albanian cognac, Gjergj Kastriot Skënderbeu, originated from. I actually brought it here with me just to show you. This is what it looks like. This is the stand, and when you take it out, you have the cognac. So it is a really smooth cognac, and it is, of course, a staple in every household in Albania, and also for us Albanian nationals. It actually wouldn't be a complete list without mentioning the capital city of Albania, which is Tirana. Tirana is considered a metropole in Albania, and it is famous for the exciting nightlife and a lot of foreign cuisine restaurants in addition to the traditional ones. Now, Tirana is also famous for its architecture and the pastel buildings. You have a lot of touristic attractions such as the Skanderbeg Square, the Pyramid of Tirana, and also the National Museum. A good example of a museum in Tirana, which is one of my favorites as well, is Bunkart, which used to be a Cold War bunker, but right now it is an underground contemporary art and history museum in Albania. With that, we conclude the list of some of the cities in Albania. I hope that you have the chance to visit Albania in the near future, and please, if you have any questions, as always, let us know in the comments down below.
Thanks, Sadife. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these places in Albania looks the most interesting? Leave a comment below. Don't stop now. We've got well over 1,000 more videos here on YouTube for you to watch and learn how to go where you're treated best. And if you want to work with Nomad Capitalist personally, go to nomadcapitalist.com/apply, learn about our unique, tried and true process, garnered over years of experience, and learn how you can become our client.